Why is it so hard to focus today, even when you try your best? This isn't just a motivation problem. Your brain is being reshaped by your daily habits, and neuroscience shows that repeated patterns of distraction actually change how your attention system functions. Let's break down the top 5 habits that destroy your focus and what's happening inside your brain. Number 5, constant notifications. Every notification activates the salience network in your brain, which is responsible for detecting important stimuli and shifting your attention. But their repeated activation forces your prefrontal cortex, the area responsible for decision-making and sustained attention, to constantly reset. This creates what researchers call attention residue, where part of your cognitive processing remains tied to the previous task, reducing your working memory capacity and making it harder to fully engage with what you're doing now, which is why even brief interruptions can significantly reduce performance. Number 4, multitasking. Your brain is not actually doing multiple things at once. Instead, it rapidly switches between tasks, and each switch consumes glucose and oxygen while increasing cognitive load in the prefrontal cortex. Functional MRI studies show that frequent task switching reduces activity efficiency in attention-related networks and increases error rates, meaning that the more you multitask, the more your brain becomes optimized for shallow processing instead of deep, sustained focus. Number 3, short-form content. Fast-paced content continuously stimulates the brain's dopaminergic reward system, particularly pathways involving the nucleus accumbens, which reinforces behaviors that provide quick rewards. Over time, this leads to downregulation of dopamine receptors, meaning your brain becomes less responsive to slower, less stimulating tasks, which is why activities like reading or studying begin to feel unusually difficult and unrewarding. Number 2, lack of deep work. Sustained focus depends on strengthening neural pathways between the prefrontal cortex and other cognitive regions. And this only happens when you engage in uninterrupted concentration for extended periods. Without this practice, synaptic efficiency decreases and your brain becomes less capable of maintaining attention, essentially losing the ability to stay focused because it has not been trained to do so. And number 1, mental overload. Your brain relies on working memory, which is primarily supported by the dorsolateral prefrontal cortex, to hold and process information. But this system has a limited capacity. When you are constantly exposed to excessive input, messages, decisions, information, your cognitive load exceeds that capacity, triggering stress responses and shifting brain activity towards survival-oriented processing rather than deep thinking, which is why you feel mentally exhausted and unable to concentrate. Now think about this. Constant notifications activate your attention system. Multitasking increases cognitive load. Short-form content rewires your reward system. Lack of deep work weakens neural pathways, and mental overload exceeds your brain's capacity. Individually, these effects seem small, but together, they create long-term changes in how your brain allocates attention, effectively training it to prioritize distraction over focus. So, what can you do? Reduce unnecessary stimuli to allow your salience network to calm down. Focus on single tasking to lower cognitive load. Limit high-frequency dopamine triggers so your reward system can reset. And intentionally practice deep work to strengthen neural connections. Because focus is not just a skill, it's a biological process, and the way you use your brain determines how well it functions. If you found this helpful, subscribe to Nexplain.